Okay, so we are here to help you build it well and build it right. We are still on the What Do You Have segment of the program, and we are currently on location at Labadi. We just opposite the Kingdom Books and Stationery here in Labadi. We are visiting Damproof Solutions. I'm here to talk to John to tell us what Damproof Solutions do, what they have for you, my cherished viewers. Hello, John. Welcome to Build It Well TV program. Okay, so Damproof Solutions, what do you do? What do you have for us?
Right. Currently, we supply high quality and high grade Damproof materials.
Just take me through the process. How does it start? At what point do I need to use it? And why will it be necessary for me to use this?
Fantastic. Right. So where it starts, from the footings, when they start digging the trenches, depending on how the land is, if when digging there's a bit of water coming, then what we advise our clients is that first of all they should do a bit of lining in the trench.
So please slow down. So before I will use this, it has to do with the texture of the soil on which I'm going to build. So it doesn't necessarily have to be any building I want to, or any project I want to start, but looking at the texture.
No, not 100%. It has to be for every building that you build. Is likely, because you are building on soil, it's likely there will be capillary action taking place. Now, one of the things also is that the blocks that we use, they are the ones that kind of absorb the water and then cause the transmission to go up. So you have to find a way to prevent that from happening. So that is why we have the membranes that at the beginning of the project, you look at, let's say when they do the trench, you kind of do the first lining, and then before you do the footings, and then when all the footings is done, before you do the overside slab or the concrete, then you spread this material on top of the surface.
So before the main, block laying begins. Okay. So I can see this. I can see this as well. What's the difference?
The difference. Okay. Now these are the membranes, the Damproof membranes. Some people call them in short DPMs. So these are spread horizontally, on the surface, on your floor area. Now this comes in 4 meters by 25 meters, so you get a total coverage area of about 100 square meter. Now these are tough materials. They are not like the ordinary ones that we are used to on the market. They are very tough, and it's not easily broken. It will not decay also with time, provided there's concrete on it. So these are the membranes, and once you spread it on, the concrete comes on top, and then you start the block work. But now what we are adding to it is the Damproof cores, which is the DPCs. So this is one of the DPCs, and we have different sizes depending on the application, from 100 mm width all the way to 1.2 meter width.
Okay, so what does this also do? How is it different from this?
So this can be used for vertical applications, and then also before you do your block work, it goes under the block. And when it goes under the block, when capillary is coming, it's rising, then the DPC will kind of stop it at that level, and it will never go up, and then you'll be free from rising down. Now these are very tough. These are very tough materials as well.
Oh, okay.
And as you can see from the surface, it's well textured so that to be able to hold the mortar. Now these are tough. It's not easily broken, and this is the difference. This makes the difference. Okay. So yes, we are providing the best materials in the market at the moment, because our aim is to help everyone so that we try to solve these problems of rising down in our dear country.
So it's good to hear all that you've said. How about termites? I'm sure. I mean, there are some tough ones who can chew their way through. How about that?
Right. When it comes to termite, what people tell us, but it's not about the specification, is that when these are laid, it kind of prevent, because these are well treated materials also as well. So it will kind of prevent those termites, from attacking the blocks or wherever woodwork structure that you have from underground. Okay. Now, let me talk a little bit about the tapes. Now, these are jointing tapes when you lay the membranes, because when you lay the membranes, the technical information is to allow 30 centimeters overlap. So wherever there's an overlap, you have to use the double-sided jointing tape to seal in between. So in between the two, the double-sided tape goes in there to cause, to seal it. The reason why you need to seal it is that imagine you've covered the whole surface and then the whole area is covered. Now moisture knows that there's a penetration here. So all the moisture will try to pass through this point. But as soon as you seal it, it kind of holds it and then makes it a very tight, a very tight lay so that nothing will pass through. So you have the double-sided tape and then the single-sided tape, and both has to be used hand in hand. When you use this, then this goes to the final seal at the edge, and then that's also seals it. And then your work will be complete for the overside concrete to go on top.
So early on, you mentioned that this is different from what is on the market. Why should people come to you? Why should they come to Damproof Solutions?
Right. What people tell us is that they've used the ordinary one on the market and then it's not giving them any solution. And you see people crying, weeping, people, very, very agitated about what is happening. But the thing is, when you use the right material, you are guaranteed that this material is going to be under the slab as long as the building exists without any problem.
I want to find out, do you also give any professional advice to individuals who would like to embark on the project on their own, not necessarily giving it to contractors to do it for them? Do you give professional advice?
Yes, we do. We provide professional laying service. We can come to your site and then, do an inspection, then advise you, take you through, do the calculations for you, and then tell you how much quantities of the materials you need based on your drawings or, the floor plan. So yes, we do professional advice. Then in addition, also, we do solve rising dam problems. We use the same material as people omit it now. We do try to do a small incision underneath the building and then just to insert the damproof course. But that's the only way you can be able to block the capillary rise. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see some other products here. Can you take me through what it does as well?
Fantastic. Now these are weed suppressors. So those who love gardening, we've got the weed suppressors here. So this basically controls the weed from growing. So if you want to do maybe a very beautiful garden and have some stones or pebbles in your driveway, which will add a bit more beauty to your building, yes, these are what you need. They are kind of in the form of a net. And then once it rains, all the water will kind of seep through and then kind of blocks any weed from going through. And people want to use the bark of wood or chippings or quarry stones or any other effect they want to create in their homes. These are the right ones for them.
So looking at the quantity you have here, does it mean that big organizations or industries cannot contact you for supplies?
Wow. We have stacks of them in our warehouse. Every month we get deliveries coming in from the UK. All these materials are approved material. As you can see, Capital DP, and they are approved and they are BBA approved. And we have our certification number. And our main people are Capital Valley in the UK. They are our main suppliers, one of the biggest, in damproof materials. So yes, we only deal with quality. Yes, we have stocks of them in our warehouse, no matter the quantity you want, or if you want a bespoke, measurement, we can be able to contact our manufacturers and then they will get those things done for you.
Wow, I keep telling you, this is the only platform where you get to know what you need to know when it comes to building and all the steps you need to follow to make your building very attractive and very comfortable for you to live in. We are still here at Damproof Solutions. John, can you tell my viewers where exactly they can locate you and why they should come to you?
Right. We are located directly opposite the Kingdom Books and Stationery. The name of our company is Pora Ventures, P-O-R-A, Pora Ventures. The reason why you need to come here is that there's so much problems people are having when they're building, and because they don't seek professional advice, things tend to go wrong. At Pora Ventures, we have dedicated ourselves to help our people so that we make sure that things are done properly. Our motto is to do it right. We don't cut corners. We make sure that you listen to the professional advice and then you do it. So at the moment, we'll give you all the technical information that you want. Any company at all who is interested in the technical data sheet, they should contact me on 0208 215 631, 0208 215 631, or 0263 707 166. And then we are ready, waiting for your call to help.
Well, I told you, this is to help you make informed decision about all your building needs. You're still watching Build It Well TV program with me, Irama Asari. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after this break.